Today, it's the National Football League. It's the AFC Divisional Round Playoffs on EA Sports. EA's for a berth in the AFC Championship game. Off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Here's the Cleveland offense, and here's Baker Mayfield, former Heisman Trophy winner, ready to go at quarterback.
All in all, he was pretty solid in the victory in the wild card round and threw a couple of touchdowns. And when it comes to quarterback play, you'd always love spectacular. But in the playoffs, you'll take solid. And that's exactly what they're looking for from him again in this contest.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. From the gun, Mayfield. And finding the tight end, Hooper. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. And it's 3rd. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
The Browns send out their punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. And they'll be let out by the guy under center, Charles, their quarterback.
And he and his team, they were the beneficiaries of a first-round bye earned by a tremendous regular season. He'd been a little bit nicked up so he could use the rest, and I'm sure his teammates felt the exact same way. But now it'll be interesting to watch their first few drives in this one, because sometimes getting the rest is great, but sometimes you accumulate a little bit of rust as well. Maybe they come out flat, and they can't afford that in the postseason. Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Gets a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. A gain of 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Now this one complete on the slant route, and he'll be stopped right at midfield. 12 yards there and a 1st down. Pittsburgh Steelers. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Takes to midfield, but no further, just a yard there. Running back. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And for them, maybe a little carryover from last week's game. They got the win on the road in the wild card round, on the road here again in the divisional round, but they're hanging tough.
Hey, cue a little music, right? A little on the road again. I mean, this has been kind of the mantra they're under right now, and they can't change it. The season dictated what would happen with them, right? They had to go on the road for the first round for the playoffs. They're on the road again, and sometimes teams get really comfortable with that. Not only the idea of going on the road and shocking the world, but just, hey, it's just us. We don't have to worry about outside distractions. It's just us. Let's go play.
Becomes that us against the world mentality, doesn't it?
And while it may be overplayed, in the media, it's real when it comes time to play ball.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down. On 3rd down, Mayfield.
That's complete to his running back, Evans.
And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the 1st down. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. They were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
Completion here to Claypool.
And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Well, they've moved the ball okay here in these first 2 drives, but this one's going to, again, amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Oh, it what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, not a gain that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
Yeah, you just can't go backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on 2nd down. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. Able to break the tackle, but then quickly brought down just outside of the 5. He'll get 4 yards on the carry there, and we will get to the end of the first quarter of play. We're scoreless after 1.
Quarter with no score.
The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they come up facing a 3rd and 5. Here's Mayfield.
Baker Mayfield sacked. A loss of 6 yards. And it's
Now, this is where field awareness comes into play. He's getting perilously close to his own goal line, and after that sack, backed up to his own 2.
The Browns send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Taking on the midfield logo. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. Now the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. They've been playing the field position game thus far. No score. Second quarter as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And a short gain down to about the 33.
by number 23.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
33-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Able to hit his target, Claypool. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 23 yards the pickup there.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. Gonna give this time to the tailback. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. From 8 yards out as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon.
And no matter how it comes about, when you get good field position, you have to make the defense pay. Short fields usually make for good offense.
Now the try here for the extra point. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
23-yard line.
Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland.
They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. The Browns on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 3. And now Mayfield on the bootleg. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve. And that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
Pulled in at the 24. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And that will come the offense as they take over. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Intended for number 23, incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken at the 23. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit, maybe featuring other people touching it for a while, and then you get a chance to come back to him when things have changed a little bit. They have to make an adjustment.
Still time for him here as we sit in the 2nd quarter. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball?
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He's got Hooper on the short connection, and he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. Browns. And now a jet sweep. This is Evans with it, and he'll be taken down at the 34. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
2nd and 7, operating from the 34.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. On 2nd and 7, Mayfield, and he will find his man on the end route, complete. And the Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield.
He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. And he is going to have a Browns first down, as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Mayfield down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10, and he will bring this all the way up to the 30-yard line.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
Juju Smith-Schuster and the rest of this offense heading back out there. Second quarter here, he has only 1 catch, but they have the lead. You got to think there's going to be more involved at some point.
That's what you would expect, but sometimes what defenses do to take away a player of his magnitude, it costs them in other areas. And right now, with them losing, they may have to change their focus, and maybe he will open up a little bit more as the game goes on.
Well, so far, just the single catch.
The pass.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. He's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And not a whole lot doing there, as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does, depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit. But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
7 yards, the pickup there.
So it's on to halftime in this AFC Divisional Round matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. We've already punched 2 tickets to the championship round this weekend. We'll get back to you guys and punch a third in just a moment. But first, let's take a look back to Saturday's AFC Divisional Round game. But first, let's take a look back at action from earlier. Meanwhile, in our game, we've got 1 half remaining to find out who goes on to the AFC title game. And to bring it all to you, let's send it back out to Brandon Godden.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC Divisional round. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a two-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Now a dump off here complete. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
And he hits his tight end, Ebron.
And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. 1st down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we get back. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
A 3rd down now, and those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete.
And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Then he'll give it here to his running back.
Safety Grant Delpit up to make the play.
He was taken down by Grant Delpit.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. He'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he is not going to get to the marker as they stop him short at the 14. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion. And what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll try and run for it. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Throwing again on second down. Mayfield.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball. This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
For Nick Chubb. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
And he's going to have a Browns first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Mayfield looks to throw. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. DeForest Buckner forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mayfield. They set up the screen to Chubb. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
Nick Chubb. A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd.
Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. How do you break down his game so far? Just the 1 touchdown pass, but sometimes the touchdown pass stat category, that doesn't tell the whole story.
It really doesn't, not until you balance it with the error side. You know, and in this case, he hasn't thrown any interceptions. So a lot of people would call this almost a pedestrian game, kind of a bus driver game. But that's just really wrong. Being a bus driver is a good thing if you're running a football team because that means you're in control and you're taking your team to the right places.
Yeah, he's been pretty solid.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. A gain of 2 on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Back to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete.
And this is too far behind his man. He missed him. It's incomplete.
Sets up.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt.
At their own 29-yard line.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And now off to the races down the right side. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Slide for the PAT.
And it's good to make it 14-0. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get...
And Mayfield again with the interception, his third.
Picked off around the 27. And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down in the backfield. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 11. And he'll give it here to his running back. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
We got 3.
They'll look to throw here to the end zone, but it's incomplete. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown from 4 yards out. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
So, my man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. Yeah, I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware. And it is now 21-0. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Now this will make it into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
And now back out comes the offense.
And that last pick 6 may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the 4th quarter They need points quickly.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And from the shotgun, he'll throw.
The linebacker, Fred Warner, right there on the coverage. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the gun, Mayfield.
Open man is Denzel Mims.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way. But we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Mayfield on 1st down.
That's complete to Peoples-Jones.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Austin Hooper, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
And again, it's Mayfield.
And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it. Now, that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together to watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the 1st down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
They'll try and run forward Janovich. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him.
Result of the play is a turnover on down.
And defensively, they were ready for that. A full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop him short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play. Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Number 23. The tackle made at the 47-yard line. It's a pickup of 3.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory.
He's across midfield to the 49-yard line. It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 3.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
Completion here to Claypool.
And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball.
Get a completion.
You get a catch.
Yeah.
But still,
no yardage.
Okay.
The Steelers send out their punter now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And this will do the job nicely, as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. First down, Mayfield. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
15.
Now Mayfield. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
He'll take it at the 42. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
And it would appear that that first-round bye certainly helped. They've looked fresh from the start and no letdown here as they lead big in this divisional round, and they look to book a spot in the conference championship.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. Mike, 53. 53. Mike. And what's your left? Go.
Right back to him on 1st down. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
The tackle made at the 24-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
The Steelers going to survive and advance as we say so long, everybody.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long, everybody.